What's going on, guys? Super Savage 789 here, bringing you guys a video. And today we're doing War of Naruto at Online Bijuu, Episode 6, Act 3. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. The main event we've all been waiting for has arrived. Pain looks at Jiraiya, greeting his old sensei, leaving Jiraiya confused about how Yahiko seemingly has Nagato's Rinnegan. Then the 6 Rinnegan users are there. The Anbu members nearby launch at Tendo, trying to stab him, before the Ashura Path uses rockets to bomb them out of the air, destroying a bunch of houses with nearly just one attack. This angers Naruto as he realizes it's dangerous keeping them in the village. Naruto activates his Chome wings and begins to fly away before the Diva Path raises up his hands, pulling Naruto back in. The Human Path tries to rip out Naruto's soul before Jiraiya hits it away with a Rasengan. With the distraction from his master, Naruto creates 2 chakra hands and knocks Tendo away. The Animal Path summons a massive dog summon, which Naruto believes he can handle. He slams his hands on the ground, creating a massive amount of coral, surrounding the summon, apprehending it before he even can move. Jiraiya looks at Naruto and tells him to escape. He'll assist him. Clearly Jiraiya knows what his student is thinking. And, that does make sense. Rushing towards one of the pains, Naruto throws up hand signs and goes underground, tricking them as he uses the Headhunter Jutsu, covering it back up with lava that hardens. Using Summoning Jutsu, Jiraiya summons Gamaken, asking him to help out as he mounts a toad. He tells him to run as he summons Ma and Pa, asking them to help. Jiraiya would go into Sage mode just in time as the Animal Path rocks up next to the massive toad riding a bird. Trying to destroy the duo, Jiraiya creates a Rasengan, not realizing that the Predator Path was right behind it. It absorbs the chakra as the Animal Path summons the other paths of pain to assist. The Ashura Path fires lasers and rockets at Gamaken, badly damaging the Toad Summon, which angers Jiraiya. He places the Ashura Path under Sangen Jutsu, which Diva Path breaks it out of, before using Shinra Tensei to fling Jiraiya further away from his Toad Summon. This isn't looking good for our Pearly Sage. Meanwhile, somewhat far away from the village, Naruto asks the Bijuu if they have any ideas as to what to do. To make the terrain more accustomed to his liking, Naruto covers it in sand to make it much easier to control the fight. Then, Naruto senses something worrying him as he sets up traps. It feels like Jiraiya's chakra is dwindling at a dramatic rate, almost like he's on the verge of death. Instead of staying put and doing the rational move, he rushes away and does a Naruto move. He arrives to see the paths of pain all standing in a circle as if they're surrounding something. All the paths move away, revealing to Naruto Jiraiya's dead body. He's missing an arm, his throat is crushed, and his back is skewered with 6 black rods. The Diva Path looks at Naruto dead in the eye and begins to speak. If you would have given up your life for us, Jiraiya Sensei would still be alive. You can stop it. You can stop your friends ending up like this. With his last statement, he used Bansho Tenin to pull Jiraiya's dead body into his hand, holding him like a rag doll. Naruto remains quiet for a moment, like he's contemplating something. No one speaks, or moves a muscle, almost like time stood still. Then Naruto looks Tendo, dead in the purple eyes yet again. I can't give up now. Everyone is fighting for me. It'd be selfish to lay down and die. And I'm sure the Tailed Beast don't want to die either. All the paths launch themselves at Naruto, who begins to fight and dodge using every skill he learned. As he seemingly dances around the Rinnegan users, it appears like his body is changing weirdly. He grows almost a cloak as he is consumed in a Kyuubi avatar, knocking all the paths away. Clearly Kurama liked that last speech. Naruto dispels the avatar as he faces down the paths. With a shout to his Bijuu to rile them up, he dives into battle, ready to give it his all, just like Jiraiya had. The Ashura Path fires rockets at Naruto, which is child's play to him. Magnet release, sand wall. A massive wall of sand blocks every rocket coming his way. As it falls, Naruto leaps on top of it, bouncing off, throwing hand signs as he soars through the air. Matatabe style, gigantic fireball jutsu. A massive blue fireball flies out of Naruto's mouth, incinerating the path completely. Once landing, he notices how all the paths are missing. He senses them out using the ability of Kurama, detecting them all there. They're invisible, seemingly on a massive beast. He slams his hands to the ground as it begins to rumble. Isobu style, coral reef jutsu. Massive pieces of coral comes out of the ground, catching the massive chameleon as it becomes visible to the naked eye yet again. All 5 paths of pain leap off the chameleon. Knowing the Animal Path is responsible for this, Naruto rushes over to take it out next. Lava release, volcanic apprehension. From the mouth of Naruto, lava surrounds the Animal Path, quickly hardening to rock, trapping it. oil release, skilled mist jutsu. Naruto breathes out a hot vapor, making the path melt, destroying it completely. He turns around, seeing the Naraka path and the human path both trying to restore the Asura path, making him have to quickly destroy them. He points both hands towards them, hoping it'll stop them in time. Saiken style, acid flood jutsu. A massive blast of acid hits the two, causing them to quickly burn apart and corrode away. Knowing the Praetor path absorbs jutsu means Naruto has to try even harder to defeat it. He sprouts his wings and rushes quicker than it can react. Chome style, beat or beat down. He kicks into the air and begins to beat it up whilst airborne, breaking it apart into pieces. Tendo raised up his hand and used Bancho Tenin, pulling Naruto in and grabbing him by the throat. Instead of seeing Naruto panic, he instead watches him smirk. Gyuki style, ink clone explosion. The clone disperses, gain ink in Pain's eye, blinding him. Using Shinra Tensei, he ejects the black goop off of his face, awakening his eyes yet again. He turns around, seeing a massive Kurama avatar standing over him. Kurama style, Kyuubi rampage. With a massive punch, Tendo is hit so hard it gets broken apart instantly. Naruto deactivates his avatar and approaches the Tendo's body. When he had sensed the pass earlier, he detected something weird about them. He pulls up the chakra receiver and stabs it into his hand, sensing out where Nagato is. He then begins rushing over to go and see the redhead himself. When Naruto arrives, he sees Konan and Nagato in front of him. Using his Talk no Jutsu, he convinces Nagato to believe in him, which he would. Clasping his hands together, he uses Rinne Tensei, reviving everyone in the leaf that he killed. Shino, Tenten, Guy, Jiraiya, Gaara, Asuma, Kakashi, they all stand up, no longer dead or dying, but back in the mortal realm once more as they originally were. For those of you who want to debate about Tenten being fine, even though she was cut in half, or how Jiraiya got his arm back in his throat, it appears Rinne Tensei brings a person back to their perfect health in a safe scenario. Kakashi, when he was revived, didn't have a screw in his head, which is a much smaller case, I know. However, it works to the point I'm proving. Plus, with a pretty boring story, Tenten immediately died yet again. Naruto returns to the village, with everyone seeing him as a hero among heroes. Everyone begins to have a celebration as the civilians are brought back and learn of Naruto's victory. With his brush with death, Jiraiya began training even harder. He traveled to Mount Miyaboku and learned how to use Perfect Sage Mode. Combining the use of Ma and Pa with the Perfect Sage Mode makes Jiraiya a dangerous person to come up against. Around this time, Naruto had also learned Sage Mode and signs the Toad contract, a bit later than he did in canon. Tenten would be so angry that she died that she starts training even harder. She'd pick up Kisame's Samehada and use it in her arsenal, learning how it works, utilizing it to the best of her abilities, ultimately making her a much more effective kunoichi. Her and Neji would train together almost daily, making their relationship even closer. Since Guy had died, he'd be training even harder as well. Lee would be motivated to train as well, since Guy is so special to him, where I could see him managing to open the 7th gate, making Guy cry with joy at his student's new power-up. Obito would find Konan shortly after learning of Naruto's victory, and would kill her, obtaining his Rinnegan a bit earlier to make sure Naruto doesn't defeat him. He would tell Sasuke about what happened, worrying Sasuke a little bit. To make sure he can actually defeat Naruto if need be, Sasuke would get his Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan much earlier than he did in canon, before he even invaded the 5 Kage Summit. But guys, that's going to leave here. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment down below what happened in episode 7. The like goal for this one is going to be a bit higher. It's going to be 300 likes. So when we hit 300 likes, episode 7 comes out. If you think about it, Tsunade's fine, and Tsunade believes in Naruto. If there is a 5 Kage Summit, Sasuke won't go there. He would go to the village. That's enough setup for one day. Hope you guys did enjoy, and yeah. Bye!